Okay, you're probably wondering what that is. I've made a, how to describe this is difficult. Okay, what I've done, I'll show you here, okay. Here's my wooden knife that I carved, a training knife for karate, martial arts, whatever. I carved that last year. This year, shortly a little while ago, I made a, here's my first attempt. I made a, what do you call it? A latex mold. Okay, a latex mold out of it. I've done a second attempt now after the first one was okay, but it didn't really work very well. So I've made a second attempt. So this is the casing. I filled it with sand. I have made the cavity using the real knife, the wooden knife, that one, by pressing it down all the way through, making space and the right shape for the mold. The latex mold is then inserted into the cavity in the same position, the same angle as the knife was in. And now I'm going to mix up some epoxy resin. I'm going to use, I think, white and what color did I decide? Green? White and green, I think I'm going to try and see what that comes out like. So white blade with kind of a greeny handle running down into the white. Little experiment, it's just something different for fun. Is it going to work? I'm not sure, but we'll see. If anyone's interested in seeing how I made the latex mold, I'm happy to do a video on that to show you. Straightforward enough, but just ask if you want, talk in the comment section. Anyway, I'm going to go to work. Let's see if I can get this done. Okay, I'm using this stuff here. Let me just close the lid on it and show you. That's the resin colouring that I got. Works very well sometimes. Anyway, I've never tried the white. It was all separated, but I've given it a good shake. We'll see how it goes. And this is the green I'm going to use. It's kind of a kiwi colour. Oh, sorry. I'm not even looking at the screen while I'm doing that, so I can't see if you can see. That's the two colours I'm going to use. I'm going to mix up 200 mils of plain clear, and then I'm going to pour half into another jug, or maybe a little less than half, and add the second colour into the less amount for the handle. That's it really. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to do what I always do when I mix resin, make sure it's well ventilated. So I'm sitting beside the back door, and I will have the back door open the whole time I'm doing it, so that there's constant flow of air moving any possible fumes, which obviously I've never had any issue with doing resin because I always work like this. When I'm mixing resin, I always have a bowl or a pot of very warm water, not super hot because I don't want to melt the plastic of the jugs, but very warm water, and the whatever I'm mixing the resin in this case it'll be one of these jugs, sits in the warm water, and what that does is it helps to prevent bubbles. I find it works really well. I get almost no bubbles in my resin mixtures, very little anyway, when I mix with the bowl sitting in really warm water. So that's it. So other than that, I'm going to just mix it up. I'll show you a little video of me mixing it, but you don't need to see the whole thing. I'll show you the first bit, and then it's just more of the same, and then we'll have a look when I mix the colours. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, I'm just literally using what's to hand, which is my spare dog's water bowl, just so that I can have the jug on a slightly elevated platform so that I can see the measurements. The measurements are all marked on it. I'm going to make up 200 mils of resin. If I make up too much resin, I bought this mold which I'll try out, but it's only if it does a tree of life kind of thing, and I'll just mix whatever colours I have going into that. So that's it. So I'm just going to make up the 100 mils of each of my resin and then my hardener. Let's see how it goes. This is a mix by volume, so it's very straightforward. 1-to-1. Nice and easy. That will be taken care of in the next section. So I'm going to bring it up to the 200 mil mark now with the hardener. That is pretty much exact. Yep, that looks pretty good. Now, the right amount of stuff is in. I'll get rid of this bowl. And like I said, I have this now is extremely hot water. All I'm going to do is use the bottom of a brush, paintbrush, and I'm just going to use it to stir with this sitting in the hot water, like that. Okay, I don't know, let me see what your view is like actually. Should be fine. I'll see if I can, let me just move you over above it so maybe you can get a better look at some of the bubbles coming out of it if it works like it should. Mix this for 3 or 4 minutes. 3 minutes is what it says on the container. I usually go a little bit over because I do this slow mixing, trying to encourage the bubbles out with the warm water if you get bubbles. So I'm after putting a few big ones in there, but they'll pop. There they go, they're gone already, you see. And a lot of the little ones are coming to the surface. I don't know if you can see that, but... Okay, I'm just finished mixing this. There's very little in the way of bubbles left, almost nothing. I'm happy enough to go ahead. So I'm just going to try and get that out without making any new ones. So here we go. I've got my 2 jugs. I'm going to pour, like I said, less than half. So I'm going to put about 70 mils from one into the other. And I'm pouring down the side of the jug, if you watch. I'm sure you can see there. To try to prevent any splashes or anything like that that might generate bubbles. Okay, you see, that looks about right. So, I've got my 2 colours ready. I'm going to put in some white into this. I have no idea, I've never used these colours, so I'm going to see how this goes. Some of the white will go in here. Wow, it really doesn't want to come out of here. I wonder, is it a bit gone off or something? Oh, there we go. Okay, that's quite a bit I'm after putting in, but let's stir it up and see what it looks like. Yeah, it's nice and milky. That's brilliant. I'm just going to stir it for a minute. Get a nice milky white consistency, which is coming. I can see it coming. Okay, that's ready. Take that out, give it a wipe. Okay, I'm going to put the cap on the white one. Close it up, keep it good, hopefully. And the green one is going to go into the second bowl of resin. That worked a lot more simply that time. No, there was no blockage in that. The white one seems to be a specific issue. Hopefully it'll be fine. Now, It's a lovely green actually. I'd nearly do a whole knife in green. Looking at this. Oh, it's brilliant. Look at that's gorgeous. So what I'm going to try to do when I pour the white, I think the white might be separating slightly, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to pour the white, then I'm going to pour the green in for the top part of the mold, and then I'm going to stick this handle of this paintbrush down right through the center of it, and I'm going to pull it up and try to stay in the center of the knife I'm making, and see if I can get just an amalgamation of the two colors, just slightly, just a hint. Okay, I'm doing this over in the corner of the room where it's really awkward, deliberately, so that the dog doesn't knock against it. That's what I'm working on. So here we go. This is my white one. It's going in as the blade, okay? And I'm hoping I can judge how much to put in without taking up too much space for the handle I want to be in green. I'm going to pause and just try to see in there. It's hard to see. Keep going. Pause again and check again. And I'd say I'm getting pretty close. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small measurement using my knife. So about there I want to there. So if I can dip this and get some resin on the end. Not yet. Okay. So I can go a little bit more. And I'll check again. Okay, I've touched the resin. Okay, I'm going to put a tiny little bit more in, and then I'm going to, because I'm only just barely touching it, because it's likely to settle a little bit in the mold. So I'm just going to raise it up a tiny bit higher. I'll go for one more dip. And then I'm going to, let me just double check my knife measurement. Yeah, so here we go. Yep, we're good. So I've got the, see? Okay. Perfect. Aha. So now I'm going to top it up with the green one and see how this goes. Hopefully I have enough of the green one. I was a bit all done by eye, but what are you going to do? Nice and steady now, because I want to top this all the way up. Okay, and I've got to stop before I fill it, because if I'm going to be able to, I may have overdone it, but I'm going to now push this down. This is going to bring up the level, but I want to go, let me get a tissue ready actually. I want to push a little bit of the green down into the white, and I want to draw a little bit of the white up into the green, and I'm going to try and go down through the center. See, this is what I was worried about. Okay. And then just pull it up. Hopefully I've been able to go deep enough to draw it a little bit. And I think I have. And then straight onto the tissue, that's it. You know, it may be that will be completely invisible when the knife comes out. I don't know, but it's just something a little bit extra. So I'll just now top it up the rest of the way with the green. Okay, let me just have a little look. I think that's good. I'm gonna just teensy bit more. There we go. Oops. Don't get on the tiles, you won't have, won't be coming off, will it? Okay, so that's it. Now we just wait and see. Tomorrow, maybe the day after, I will open that and we'll have a look. I've just pulled the knife out of the sand. Hopefully it's set. I'm going to rinse off the sand from the outside of it, and then I'll see if I can demold it. Let's see what we got. Definitely there's some indentations in the knife because there must have been a stone in the sand or something, but I think it's going to add a bit of character. I don't mind it. Let's see what happens. I'm going to rinse it. Back in a sec. I've coated the outside of this with baby powder just so that it's not sticky at all. Alright, the handle's looking awesome. I just need to get a little bit more powder actually, just so there's no chance of it sticking. Let me just put that down there. Oh, lovely. I love it when you spill stuff. Hooray. Now, on we go. Oh, it's looking interesting. Wow. Okay, this is fantastic. Okay, I'm after getting some powder on it. I'm just gonna rinse it off and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, look at this thing. It's fantastic. Look, it's deadly. I'm trying to turn the camera. Hang on. Let me pause the video. Hey, Piper. So here we go. Look. That lovely amalgamation of the green and the white, and then just the pure white blade running down. Thumb groove is there, little finger hold. It came out really great. Fantastic. Hope you like it. I think it came out brilliant.